Hello and welcome to The Organized Artist. I'm Kristy-Lea, and in this episode, I'm going to share with you the best course platform for artists, what you really need to know. Don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss another episode. So, you've got an amazing idea for an art course. Maybe you want to teach painting techniques or help other artists master their creative process, or even teach collectors about the art buying journey. But now you're stuck. You've got a big question. Where do I host my course? With so many options like Zenler and Teachable and Thinkific and Kajabi and Podia and so many more, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But don't worry, I've got you. And in this episode, we're breaking down which course platform is best for artists based on your needs. So here's what you're going to learn: why choosing the right platform matters for your art course, a breakdown of the top course platforms for artists, and how to decide which one is best for you based on your course goals. Why choosing the right platform matters. Your platform affects everything: your pricing, your ease of use, your marketing, and your sales. Not all course platforms are designed with artists in mind. Some platforms are really great for coaching or consulting, and some platforms are really good for digital selling or downloads, and others are ideal for full online schools. The goal is to pick the platform that works for you, not the other way around. You want it to be beginner friendly, or you want it to be user friendly, or you want it to have certain things that you need, or you find it easier to work in certain ones versus other ones. You want to choose a platform that works for you, not the opposite way around. So, things artists need to consider before choosing a course platform. Here is number one. What type of course are you offering? This is the first question. And I think actually, even before this, there's a pre-question you should ask. Where is my art business now? And where do I want to take my art business in the future? Because if you are just going to want to focus on only selling your prints or selling your originals, then maybe you don't need a robust platform that's going to have a blog and an email marketing and a way in which you can sell courses or have live video. That might be too much for what you're doing. So ask yourself those questions first, and then think about this next question. Where do I think, because you might not know yet, where do I think I want to take my website in the future? Do you see yourself offering courses in the future? Do you see yourself having a blog in the future, or wanting to send email newsletters, for example? So all of those things are going to play into these points that I'm going to get into now. So think about that first, and let's go back to point number one. What type of course are you offering? Are you going to offer live workshop or something pre-recorded? Or are you going to do a membership? So if you plan to host live workshops or coaching, you'll need a platform with a live video integration. If you want an evergreen self-paced course, you'll need a good hosting and automation type of place, right? The other thing to think about when it comes to this and videos is some platforms will host the videos for you, and other platforms you need to host the videos somewhere else, like Vimeo or YouTube or other places like that. And that just creates another step for you to do and another thing that you have to purchase. So my suggestion is, if you're going to create courses that are going to have videos, you're going to want to find a platform that allows you to house the videos on the platform, where you don't have to have them in Vimeo or other places and bring them in. Okay, so keep that in mind. Number two, do you want an all-in-one platform, or just course hosting, or just a website, or just a blog? So think about that. All-in-one platforms such as Zenler and Kajabi and Podia and System, they all have great for you stuff if you want email marketing, if you want a website, if you want automations, if you want courses, if you want blogs, those kinds of things, most of those platforms will house those all in one. Or are you looking for a standalone course platform such as Teachable, Thinkific, Udemy, Skillshare, the like? These are best if you just want to upload and sell courses without any extra features or without a website or without any of those kinds of things. Now, take into consideration that while you still own your content on some of these platforms, it's a lot harder for you to make an income on a platform that might be, you know, its own entity, like Skillshare, for example. With Skillshare, you get paid a portion of what they make from your course. So keep that in mind because that might eat into your pocketbook as well. So if you want to keep more of the sales for yourself, you're going to want to look at a platform that's going to allow you to basically host your website and your courses on that platform. The next thing you want to think about is what is your budget? Do you want something free to start with? Do you want something that's low cost option versus like a premium high end platform? If you're just starting out, you might not want to be spending $200 a month on a platform. And let me just tell you this, you don't have to spend $200 a month on a platform to get started. The one I will recommend in the description for you is a platform that you can get started for free. So the next thing to think about is, do you want full control over your branding? Excuse me. So some platforms let you customize everything from logos to colors to the way that the site is designed to the information that goes out in the emails when somebody subscribes or purchases one of your courses. And others are limited in the amount of branding that you can do. So for example, in Skillshare, it's under the Skillshare umbrella, right? You see Skillshare, you're a teacher on the platform. It's not your course on your platform. So keep that in mind. So here's a course platform breakdown for you that will talk about some of the most common course platforms, because right now there's like so many course platforms out there that there is no way I could cover all of them, but these ones are the ones that most people will utilize. So Zenler, the pro of this is it's a website, a course hosting platform, email marketing, sales funnel, live webinar hosting, and a whole lot more. It has your blog and so on and so forth. It is user friendly, but it can be a little bit more complex to some people for setting it up. And I have not found it that way, but it has been for some people who maybe, are not familiar with something that essentially houses each thing in a container. Okay. So think of it this way. New Zenler houses the courses in the course area. It houses the website in the website area. It houses the email in the email marketing area. It houses the blog in the blog area. But all of them are in one platform. So it's pretty easy once you get to know the navigation to be able to go from one area to the next. So keep that in mind. This is best for artists who want an all-in-one solution with email marketing and automation so that they only have to take care of one platform and learning one platform and not have to worry about learning more than that. So the next one is Teachable. It is best for beginners. It can get, here are the pros. It's a simple setup. It can be easy to use for people. The cons is that it has higher transaction fees and it can also cost you a little bit more money to be able to have your content up there. Because some of these platforms you have to pay per student and et cetera, et cetera. You're paying for like how many emails you send and those kinds of things. Okay, so the next one is Thinkific. The pros are there's no transaction fees, it's good customization, there's student engagement tools, but the cons are that there's not a built-in email marketing, so you would need to think about that. And then don't forget like how you'd have to pay for something else to house the videos unless you're putting them up on YouTube. I don't recommend doing it that way because your videos, even though they are, like hidden kind of thing, they can be shared by people. So keep that in mind. Okay, so then the next one, which is number 4, is Kajabi. And the pros of this is everything is in one place, just like we talked about with Zenler. But the con is it's super expensive and it doesn't have the capability of really making things flow easy. So unlike Zenler, where it's like it has like, the website, like we talked about, the courses, like in its own little containers, Kajabi is like you kind of have to like bounce back and forth between each area. So that is also a huge con for me. It's best for artists who are running high-end courses or memberships or super established people. And then number 5 is Podia. It's best for selling multiple digital products. So the pros are that you can sell courses or memberships or digital downloads or coaching in that one space. But the cons are that it has way less customization options than some of the other platforms that I mentioned. And this one is really like best for artists who would sell like a mix of courses, downloads, and coaching. But again, Zenler can do all of that as well. And you have the full customization that's open to you. You're not, kind of put into this box, so to speak. Okay, and then the last one would be something like Udemy or Skillshare, but this is really for marketplace visibility. So the pros are that it has a built-in audience because anyone that's on Skillshare or anyone that's on Udemy could possibly see your course. So there's not really, they say that there's not a need for you to market yourself, but you still got to market it because how's anyone going to be able to find your information kind of thing, right? And so this is best for artists who just want to teach without the marketing. But again, you still need to market. So it's kind of sort of like this false pretense that you don't have to market at all because Udemy and Skillshare do it for you, which yes, they do to a capacity, but you still need to be pushing your content out there or you're going to have less eyes on it, right? All right, so how to decide which platform is right for you? If you want an all-in-one business hub that makes it super easy to find everything and everything in one space, so you only have to learn one space, I would recommend that you either choose New Zenler or Kajabi. If you want the simplest way to launch a course, you could think of something like Thinkific or Teachable, but eventually you're probably going to move it on to another platform because you will see that some of that income will get eaten up. If you sell digital downloads and coaching, you could use something like Podia, but that's sort of like another starting point, and eventually you might want to take it off of there and put it on your own website, especially if your own website is going to have your website already there and also is going to have, say for example, your blog, like what Zenler does. Then you might want to think about that. Remember at the beginning we said those are some of the questions you want to ask yourself. Where do you want to go in the future? Because that's going to help you decide which platform to choose. All right. So if you want built-in students and don't want to have to worry as much about marketing, you're going to think maybe about choosing something like Udemy or Skillshare. And remember that you only get a portion of the sales this way. So keep it in mind if you're willing to give somebody else that much of your sales, or if you're willing to learn how to do it on your own and put up a course, then you could definitely do that, right? Okay, so here's my pro tip. You want to start simple. You can always switch platforms later on, but the most important thing is to get your content out there. So think about that. If you already have something in place, maybe you start there, or if you have a place that you think you might want to start, you could start there. And then in the description, I have linked up a link for you for Zenler to get a free account. So you can start free, you can start setting up your information in the free account, and you don't have to worry about paying anything. So you can start to establish yourself for the long term easily or that way. Okay, so here's your action steps and what to do next. Step 1, write down what kind of course you want to create, whether it's a live workshop, pre-recorded, a membership, etc. And then step 2, pick one platform that you feel will fit your needs now and in the future. So something that will grow with you. Step 3, start outlining your first course. Don't let tech stop you from teaching. If you have a tech question and you get stuck, please place it in the comments below, and I would be happy to create a tutorial video that walks you step by step on how to do that. All right, so your art course has the potential to inspire, teach, and create for you a secondary income stream that is supportive of your creative work. Don't let the tech hold you back. Please don't let the tech hold you back. I know it can be overwhelming and it can seem difficult and, a whole bunch of things, but I'm really here to let you know that it can be simple and it can be step by step, and I'm here to support you through that. So pick a platform, outline your course, and take that first step. The world needs your creativity. Drop in the comments below what you're going to start with, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me here on The Organized Artist and supporting me along my journey as I support you along yours.